Hello, everyone. My name is Brandon Gomo, and I'm going to take you on a tour of my final project for CSC 101. I did my project on the impact of blockchain technology, and I'll start out by talking about how I created some of this artwork. First, I created the banner and logo in Pixlr software online. I used layers to create the background and to add in the blockchain logo, my name, and the impact of blockchain technology title. I then also created the animation, stitching together a filtered image of myself, as you can see, with the logo laid on top of it and a blockchain background. So this is my website. It was made using HTML and CSS to get and also a little JavaScript for the current date. To get the website on the web server, I loaded in public.html. The homepage was index.html. And for my other pages, I added tech.html, purpose.html, impacts.html, and references.html. In addition to this, I have an external CSS sheet which helps style the page. This includes things like the color of each title, the color of the paragraphs, how the links are stylized when you hover over them, as well as some other things as you'll see as we go along further. So to start out, blockchain technology is a new technological advancement in the ability to create scarcity and trust in an online digital environment. This is a distributed ledger technology that underlies cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and others. It provides a way to record and transfer data that is transparent, safe, auditable, and resistant to outages. And it can also make organizations that use it transparent, democratic, decentralized, and efficient, and also much more secure. Now I'm going to take you on a tour of my website. The first in the table of contents is the purpose section. This is my purpose section with previous section, home, and next section buttons down at the footer in the bottom. For the purpose section, I did the first question A, innovation and purpose of the blockchain technology. And the purpose of blockchain technology originally is to create an implementation of cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. These are currencies that are peer-to-peer, trustless, and decentralized, and it works based on a ledger of transactions, which is actually called the blockchain. And as the blockchain is built, this cryptography ensures that the ledger of Bitcoin transactions is always secure. And the innovation's main purpose was to allow the unbanked to be their own bank. And this is the first time in our history that Bitcoin, that this technology has allowed a currency that is not fiat and that is outside of government control. Cryptocurrency allows cryptocurrency allows the internet. Cryptocurrency allows the unbanked or anyone with an internet connection to become their own bank. And this has established digital trust and digital scarcity, which was never established before. And this could change the entire financial system as we know it, and also other applications in the future, like voting and other things that I'll get into. First off, I made a little video going over how to use the technology in a use case, and I'm going to play that for you now.
Can you describe blockchain technology and how it impacts society?
Blockchain technology is the protocol behind the Internet, one of the cryptocurrencies first created about 5 years ago. Blockchain technology impacts society because it allows trustless transfer of payments to anyone in the world from anyone else. This is without having to meet the person in real life. This is the Bitcoin wallet. Right here is where your Bitcoin amount is, and this is the equivalent dollar amount at the current exchange rate. If you click on receive at the bottom, this is your QR code where you can receive if you click on send at the bottom, this is where you put the Bitcoin address of your friend, the amount, and any numbers that you want to send. Then you just hit the send button, and you can send to any recipient. So that was my video on blockchain technology, and now I'll get into the next section, the impact of blockchain technology. First off, I'll go over the benefits and or harmful effects. And the first benefit, as I already said, it gives people in poor countries the ability to bank themselves. And this gives people access to banking services who are mostly these services are mostly only available in the first world countries. Blockchain technology makes the implementation of cryptocurrency possible. And this means that these people can now become their own bank and they'll have access to all sorts of financial services, banking services, and other types of different things. This also gives these people access to more capital. And as you can see on the left, I have a graph of the worldwide venture capital investment in blockchain and blockchain adjacent startups. And from 2012 to 2017, this increased significantly to millions and millions of dollars. And while it did decrease the last year, this is still a lot of money being invested in Bitcoin and blockchain adjacent startups, and this will only increase in the future. Secondly, I have question C, the impact on society and economy or culture. And blockchain technology is already having huge impact on the economy. For this, I actually surveyed a group of students who rated the impact of blockchain technology on their lives between 1 and 5. And on the right is a pie chart showing the distribution of male versus female and the effect of their technology on their lives, with male giving it a much higher rating over female, not a much higher rating, but a slightly higher rating over females. And additionally, blockchains have impacted society in the following ways. First, cryptocurrency is the first time there has been a currency that is not backed by a country. And this gives the ability for large amounts of money and capital to be moved around the globe almost instantaneously. This has never been able to be done before. And as one example is China, where lots of capital controls exist. Their citizens can now get money outside of their country. For D, impacted fields of study other than computer science, I included financial services, and also I included a video that shows 19 different industries that blockchain technology will disrupt. Just a few of these industries being disrupted are banking and payments, cybersecurity, supply chain management, forecasting, networking, the Internet of Things, and many, many more. The blockchain can actually have wide-ranging impacts in voting and anything where you need to have digital trust and digital scarcity. Next, I'm going to go to the next section, which is the technology behind blockchains. First up, we have how a user interacts with the blockchain. And a user actually interacts indirectly with a blockchain through third-party services. And this is a lot like the internet of today, where there's a protocol layer of TCP/IP for the internet. And people actually use a third-party browser to browse the internet and actually interface with that. And then, for example, for the Bitcoin, when someone logs into their Bitcoin wallet and sends a transaction, they're actually telling that wallet service to message the blockchain for them. The message contains data about the transaction amount, time/date, sending address, and receiving address, and messages sent to all nodes on the network, where nodes are miners who verify these transactions. And once one block of transactions has been confirmed, the user's transactions will be verified and then coded into the immutable or unchanging blockchain ledger. For F, how blockchain technology incorporates the four big ideas of abstraction, algorithms, programming, and the internet. It actually uses all four, and all four are key to its creation and success. Abstraction is in layering of the protocols, the third-party services in the indirect interface with the blockchain. Algorithms are used to coordinate the decentralized yet still efficient payment network, where nodes will get transactions and the algorithms will tell the network nodes how to coordinate the network activity because there's no central server, program, person, or corporation. Programming makes everything possible. It's possible to have a decentralized peer-to-peer system of payment, and you really need all four of the big ideas for the technology to work and be created in the first place. And over here, I have a graph of the estimated bank spending on blockchain technology. And as you can see, it has increased year over year by a significant margin all the way up until this past year. For my next section, I have the blockchain technology data. And for my first question, G, I have how blockchains consume and produce data. On the right, you can see a flowchart of how the SHA-256 encryption algorithm hashes each transaction and then combines each transaction into a Merkle tree. This Merkle tree is then combined into the block, and then each block is added to the blockchain. And this process actually encrypts all the transactions into an immutable or unchanging ledger. And this specifically is the key to Bitcoin and how it works and how why it's so secure and it has the properties that it does. For H, data storage, privacy, and security concerns. This is actually unique to Bitcoin, and because of its nature and its use of the SHA-256 encryption, it actually doesn't have the same problems with data that a lot of these other websites are encountering with hacks and other things. The chief concern actually with Bitcoin is in blockchains in general is data privacy. Every blockchain and all transactions are open to the and public and open. Therefore, if someone has my public Bitcoin address, they can see exactly how much money I have and exactly which transactions I send and receive. This is the primary data privacy concern. However, there are third-party mixers, and now there's other cryptocurrencies. One example is a cryptocurrency called Monero, which claims to be a truly anonymous cryptocurrency. And through coin mixers and these new currencies, this pseudo-anonymity problem is actually going away. So there actually hasn't been many problems with storage, privacy, and security for blockchains. However, there are problems on the third-party services, such as when the Mt. Gox exchange famously collapsed and was hacked and personal data was exploited. And it is through the unique implementation of encryption that blockchains have solved many of the issues with financial data that has plagued the financial services industry since the internet was first created. So this is providing solutions, not more problems, to data storage, privacy, and security. And finally, we have my references section. And I just have 6 references right here, but I'm going to show you my favorite one, The Truth About Blockchain. And I'm going to go to the reference URL for you. And this is by the Harvard Business Review, The Truth About Bitcoin by Marco Inciti and Kareem R. Lakhani. And this is a very, very detailed article about how blockchain is implemented, how it's used, the new architecture, the framework for blockchain, the framework for adoption, and many more different things. And it was one of my favorite references because it was so detailed, and it comes from Harvard Business Review. And finally, this is my CSC 101 final for the blockchain technology, and this is my logo as was created in Pixlr, and it's by Brandon Paradise Gomo, myself. And if you would like to visit my website for more information, please go to brandongomo.vps.cs.uri.edu and share and like and subscribe and have a great day. Thank you very much.